So today we're going to be doing a knife through the face look. I got this knife from the Dollar Tree. So it's pretty flimsy. As you can see, it's like got some really lean red blood. But considering that it's like a Dollar Tree, like Halloween prop, I still think it's actually pretty good. This looks pretty nice and shiny, and I think it'll look good as the finished product. Also for this look, I haven't showered yet today. I wanted my hair to look naturally kind of oily, which it's not terribly oily, but it's close. And then after all of this bloody gross stuff is done, then I will shower. So that's why I did that. If you're planning to do this look and go out, you probably don't want to do that. When we're all done, I'm also going to use some blood in my hair, which is another reason I haven't showered yet today. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my knife, cut my knife, and I'm going to look. Okay, I'm going to want it to do a diagonal about there. These aren't the greatest scissors in the world, so it's kind of tricky, but it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to have it come like that. Just determine where you want it coming through your face. Ooh. One thing I didn't point out is there's like some writing on the back of this, and you really can't see it, but I didn't want it to be visible for the camera, so I made sure to check that before I cut it. I think I want that to go there. I'm gonna use this bad boy. It's not super sharp, but that's okay. And just draw the line. Okay? So I know that that's where I want that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I want that to be coming out of my face. About right there. Okay. So, then we move on to the latex. So I've got my cotton balls. And my liquid latex. I use this big bad boy. It was 16 bucks at Spirit. That's $1 per fluid ounce because it's 16 fluid ounces. This is gonna last me hopefully about a year. We'll see. However, if you are not doing makeup all the time, like I do, you probably just need one of those small tubes that you can get at Spirit for like $2. You can get them at Walmart right now for a couple bucks. You can get them year-round at different party stores that are very inexpensive as well. So if you don't need a big, huge bucket of latex, I don't recommend getting a big, huge bucket of latex. I'm gonna get out my sponge. Just one of these little guys. I get these from the dollar store. They're nothing fancy. So because I'm using this one, I'm gonna pour a little bit of that latex into the cap. I probably need like a better palette, but this is working for now. So. And then I'm just gonna go along. I'm actually gonna brush that hair back a little bit. And I'm gonna put that there. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with my cotton ball. And I'm just gonna start attaching that. Down a little bit better. So I'm going to go over it with some more latex. And then I'm going to keep applying until I've got a pretty good, decent layer. can't see what I'm doing. Maybe you can't. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna get a little more liquid latex on my little sponge. Now, if you are brave, you can use a beauty blender, but I wouldn't recommend that because your beauty blender will probably most likely be ruined. So, if you have a beauty blender that you don't use anymore or need to get rid of, it's ready to be retired, then that would be a good option. Okay, so I've got my first little layer on. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't really look like much yet, but so then I'm gonna go in more latex. I'm just gonna do the same thing. This is a bigger piece that came off all at once. Probably didn't need it to be that big, so I'm gonna take off a little bit. If you get any liquid latex in your hair, like I clearly am, again, I purposely waited to shower this morning for this kind of stuff. I didn't want to be going out or doing anything when I've got like liquid latex remnants. Oh, and see, that piece doesn't want to stick. I want that piece on there, but it's not cooperating, so I'm just gonna get it off. Okay. I'm gonna go over that a little bit more. You can use pieces of toilet paper if you don't have cotton balls. I get these cotton balls from the dollar store. A lot of my little products like this I get from the Dollar Tree. I don't see a point in spending a lot of money on something I'm gonna get sticky and then rip off my face. So that is why I do that. But if you don't have cotton balls, you can always use toilet paper. That is what I started with when I was beginning many years ago. I'm still a beginner, but the very first time I ever did makeup, it didn't even occur to me I could use cotton balls. So. And I'm just gonna try and get down those last little fluffy bits. And I like the way that looks. So, get it the way you want it. I'm gonna hold on to this because I'm pulling out my knife, making sure that that will fit. Probably will. Okay. That's not totally dry, but it's getting there. I'm gonna put some liquid latex and cotton on the knife. Building up just like this. Basically how you would on your face. And I'm going to be a little more generous. And on my face because I want it to hold. So I've got the cotton on there. Now I'm going over with more latex. As you can see, and I'm sticking it on there. Also, I'm gonna put more cotton around it. I want this thing to stick. this is a look I've never done before, so bear with me as I figure out with you the best ways to get it to stick. You see how this little piece of cotton didn't want to stay on there? I'm just going to throw it away really quick. I've watched several tutorials, but I've never tried it. I always get latex and cotton on my fingers, and I just kind of do this. Just kind of like you would with glue. It's my very simple, unprofessional probably method. Try and get some back here. You won't really see it back here, but I gotta try. Get it on there the best that I can to give it some extra support. Okay, and I know that I'm overworking this. I recognize it because it doesn't want to stay lifted down there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my trusty spirit gum. Maybe. I'm going to go in with some spirit gum. Oh, it's hiding. My spirit gum, this is just from Zerchers, however you say it. I gotta open it with my mouth because I'm one-handed. And where that's lifting, I'm gonna go in with my spirit gum. And that's gonna help. Spirit gum is literally makeup glue. Okay? I didn't really use that much because I'm gonna grab my hair dryer. I'm just going to blow dry it. It helps speed up the process of drying. Unplug that for now. Getting another cotton ball. This is super tricky, only having one hand. Okay, and I'm gonna start going around on the outside some more. just continue. Take your time. Don't rush through this, even if your arm is getting as tired as mine is. Just continue taking your time. My best makeup looks I do are never quick in and out. Oops. And just continue layering that like so. Sometimes your cotton just doesn't stick. That's okay. I'm kind of shaking it to see where it needs more help, more support. And right now a lot of that is at the top and on the side. And that's why I'm just building up. I'm just layering to make it look as realistic and keep it as sturdy as possible. I know right now it doesn't look much like anything. Oh, and that cotton doesn't want to stay. I got that cotton to stick though. It drives me nuts to have latex on my fingers. I don't like to be sticky. And as you can see, I'm just really heavily layering this. Go in the back, do the same thing I've been doing in the front. Sticking to my finger. Now rinse my hands. Okay. And there's definitely a little bit in my hair. Dollar store scissors. Sometimes you don't buy everything from the dollar store. A little more cotton up there. Honestly, I might need to move the latex on this side because this piece is so heavy that I think it needs to go down rather than trying to go this way. But that's why you learn and you just see what works best for you. the neighbors are doing something outside, and so if you hear Vader crying, he wants to go investigate. Do you want to go see? Go protect me. So look and see where it cracks. And that's where you want to put more cotton. I see where mine's cracking, so that's where I'm putting more cotton. Okay, I'm gonna get my hair dryer and blow dry this again so that it's not loose and pulling. Okay, I'm gonna go in with some more spirit gum. Because most of it is on there, it is the little top corner that's struggling. If you see, I'm putting this spirit gum in this area. Add a little more cotton. Just gonna add a little bit up at the top. Some of it's sticking to me. You can see I got a little more cotton. And I'm just trying to stick it down. Okay, I'm back. I've dried it. It's on there pretty well. There's a couple little spots that are kind of cracky. I'm not planning to wear this long, so I'm gonna just go with it. If you are planning to wear this, I would maybe have it going in a different direction or on a headband. If you're just screwing around like me, this works. So now I'm gonna come in with my other piece, which now we know kind of needs to come up here, actually, compared to where we had it. Maybe even here. I think that would look better. So I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna peel this off. Where am I going with that? and that's okay. So I'm just gonna get this down and off. This is not how you take latex off, by the way, so don't do it like that. Okay, so now that I've changed my location, I'm gonna go through, okay, right here. Oh, I'm just gonna draw my line. We're gonna do what we did earlier. Actually, I want more right there. So go find where you want it. Second piece. That's where I want my second piece. And because I just changed the style of our makeup a little bit, that just changes the method of what we're doing. So sometimes you just gotta roll with it. I'm actually really excited to see how this comes out, even if it's not perfect. I recommend, this is gonna be uncomfortable for me later, if you get liquid latex in your eyebrows, put Vaseline in your eyebrows. I have a really fancy schmancy thing that will get liquid latex out of pretty much anything, but if you don't have that, I don't recommend doing what I just did. Okay, so I'm just going up here. I'm actually gonna put some latex right here for this thing to sit on. And here we go. This is actually gonna be easier than what I was originally planning, so at least there's that. This feels really weird. And just like the first part of our knife, get it on there until it is secure. I want it to be a little bit more like that. It's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want it to have a little more dimension, so what I'm gonna do is not that. But I'm gonna put a little more extra latex back here. This bad boy back here. To get it to stick down a little bit better. And then just keep going over all of your cotton. I'm gonna have to blow dry this because it doesn't want to stay. Okay, so very, very carefully, I'm gonna blow dry it. Okay, I'm also noticing a lot of pulling from the bottom part of our knife. So I'm just gonna go through. I was anticipating that because I put it in an awkward place. So I'm actually just gonna go through and do the exact same thing again. Just a little extra latex, maybe some spirit gum, and blow dry it. I just got cotton on this, so I'm gonna have to get that off before I stick it back in my tube. But that's okay. Okay, that's almost dry. I can feel it, but this is wet, right? Or this looks funny to me because it's not wet enough. So I'm just going through and getting that down really quick while I'm in the process of blow drying. You can also see the edge. I don't want to see the edge, so I'm gonna fix that as well. Okay, I'm gonna start the fun stuff. I actually don't think the latex is the fun part. If you disagree, that's fine, but I don't think the latex is the fun part. Okay, I'm gonna go through with a clean sponge. I do not want the same sticky sponge. Now I'm using Smashbox shade 105. I got this in my Ipsy bag, so I didn't pay for a Smashbox color. I usually just use like some Sally's or drugstore foundation. I'm not too fancy, but I'm gonna go through, and it does color the latex really well. Obviously, because it's Smashbox, it's gonna do a better job than your Walmart brands. And then I'm gonna do the same thing up here. Now I'm gonna take my The Rock Nudes by Maybelline, just something I have from Walmart. It's not anything fancy. These are my favorite makeup brushes to use for this kind of stuff. Use whatever makeup brushes you have on hand. I'm gonna use this little fluffy guy. Now I'm gonna go through and find the colors that would look the best for bruising. So I'm gonna use a lot of purple and a lot of brown. Same thing down here. And I'm gonna bring a lot of it onto my real skin down here. Bring that up on my eye. Super duper cool. I'm gonna use some of my cheap grease paints. You guys know that these are my favorite. I'm not above Walmart. I love these guys. I'm actually just gonna use this same sponge I used for my foundation. I'm gonna use the back. And I'm gonna get some purple. And I'm gonna go up on here. I'm just gonna add that. Gives it a really good look, I think. Bringing it all the way down here, onto my chin. Or I guess my jawline, not my chin. Spreading it out past the darker color. Think about a bruise. Sorry if you can still hear my sweet little Vader crying. Bringing it up here on the knife. I'm gonna put some down in my eyebrow. Why not? Get creative with it. And since it's on my eye, it's probably gonna give me a little bit of a black eye, so I'm gonna come through and do that. Give myself a little bit of a black eye. Just with those grease paints. He wanted in with his mama. Then I'm gonna go in with my red. As you can see, I obviously use that the most. And I'm gonna start up here on my knife. Some of that. I want some green on my black eye. Going in, and I'm doing that as well. I'm just gonna blend that with my finger a little bit. Make it look kind of nasty. Maybe even add a little bit of yellow. Think about a bruise. What colors do you see in your bruise? This is gonna look a little more fresh, which is what we want. I'm gonna bring up some of that green up here. A little more pink and purple. I'm feeling pretty good about the bruise. And I keep going in with that red. Apparently that's the face, the only face you can make when you have a big knife in your head. I'm gonna go through with my trusty scab blood. I got this from Savers in Taylorsville for my local friends. You can get this at Walmart right now, which I have some from Walmart as well. This is the one I got from Walmart. You can get it at Spirit and local FX stores. But since we're on a budget, oops, just dropped something. Since we're on a budget, I spent like $2 or $3 on this. I can't really remember, but it was really cheap. I really like the way it looks. It's really cool. So, I'm gonna grab my little palette knife. I'm gonna start putting this on here. I feel like blood is an art, so really watch where you're putting it. Since I don't like the blood that's up here, we would hold on to this little bad guy. And that's going to help me a lot. As you can see, that already looks quite a bit better. And now to the bottom part, the bottom section. Blood is my favorite. I love the different ways that you can make it look like it's fresh, like it's scabby. I freaking love blood. As you guys know, I like to make my own, but I have never made my own scab blood. But maybe I will. Go. Be pretty generous back here. That's it. Okay, we're not quite done, but we're looking quite a bit better. than when we first began. This is my homemade blood. I love this blood. I'm gonna go through back here and just kind of pour that on. I'm getting some on my shirt. Was not my intention. Should have worn my cape. But at least I wore a black shirt. Okay, I want to use my stipple sponge. If you guys didn't know, I'm over a sink right now. I recommend putting something down or being over a sink. I love the stipple sponge. I love the effect it creates. It's my favorite. I also think it's really great for beginners because it can kind of hide some of your errors, like all of my many spots that maybe I'm not so proud about. Come up and do the same thing up here. Since I originally had my latex over here, I'm just gonna come over and do a little bit of blood. I'm just gonna add it in a couple different little spots. Make me look a little more like Jason got me. Oh, I keep a paper towel in my makeup kit because I always seem to get makeup and blood and things in places I didn't really want them, so I'm trying to get it off my shirt so that it doesn't stain. There we go. I'm gonna dry it a little bit. Okay, so I think the finishing touch on this, oh, it's right here, is this blood. This is literally the same blood that's in here plus water. So homemade blood, which is like corn syrup, some different colors. I use yellow, red, blue, and a tiny bit of green in here. And it's pretty thick, I think. And then I literally just did like 1 part blood and then 1 part water for this. So I'm gonna come up, I'm just gonna get my hair. And there it is. Don't let Jason get ya. And if you try this look, tag me in it. I want to see how you did. All right, have a great day, guys.